All right, let's get it, bro.
Breanna, just your stat line tonight is something that only Candace Parker has put up before. So I guess I'm just wondering how much of tonight was just like wanting to put off like a good last game to cap off the first half of the season. And I mean, there were contributions up and down the roster tonight for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think my mindset was just like, usually the games where you're leaving or you're going into something are.
The New York Liberty held their post-game press conference following their victory over the Indiana Fever, with players appearing in high spirits after their strong performance to conclude the first half of the season. Breanna Stewart was asked about her exceptional statistical performance, which matched achievements previously only accomplished by Candace Parker. Stewart explained that games before breaks or significant events can be challenging due to various distractions like packing and upcoming commitments. She emphasized wanting to set the tone and maintain focus while crediting the fans for providing incredible energy from warm-ups through the final buzzer. The home court atmosphere contributed significantly to their performance.
Usually the games where you're leaving or you're going into something are the hardest because there's so much happening. You're packing, you got this tomorrow, you got that tomorrow. And I wanted to kind of set the tone and really focus in on here, but also like give credit to the fans. The energy from warm-ups till the end of the game was incredible, and it's just nice to play at home.
Sandy, obviously the Fever missed a bunch of shots right at the rim, but I'm just curious what you made of Nyara's post defense and
Questions about defensive strategy focused on Nyara Sabali's post defense and her effectiveness in limiting Aaliyah Boston to 1 field goal in 8 attempts. The coaching staff praised Sabali's physical presence and ability to match strength with opposing post players. Her role in pushing opponents further from the basket has been valuable, particularly on the defensive end, where her contributions start the team's overall defensive effort against larger post players. Sabrina Ionescu addressed the team's 3-game winning streak and their recovery from a previous loss to the Seattle Storm. She described a collective understanding that the team needed to find solutions internally and stay united. The team recognized they had been losing games through their own mistakes, particularly by not bringing proper energy or playing their characteristic style of basketball. The realization that settling into their natural game would put them in a strong position helped turn things around.
Nyara's post defense and her help as well, because she was able to help hold Aaliyah. I believe it was 1 for 8 from the field.
Yeah, look, obviously Nyara is a big body. She's learning how to defend these post players, but I think when you can match strength with strength, that's your advantage there too, and then pushing him a little bit further out. So, she's been really great for us here. I know she wasn't probably as involved as much in the offensive end, but she's always, we need her.
The leadership during adversity was highlighted as crucial for maintaining team cohesion. Rather than falling apart during difficult stretches, the team's ability to weather challenges early in the season prepared them for future obstacles. This experience of handling adverse situations successfully built confidence for navigating similar challenges throughout the remainder of the season. Discussion turned to Marine Johan's bench contributions and the excitement her play generates among teammates and fans. Her ability to come off the bench and immediately find rhythm was praised as exceptional, particularly from a shooter's perspective. The difficulty of staying engaged and ready while not starting was acknowledged, along with her aggressive approach, whether scoring or facilitating for teammates.
We need her on that defensive end. It starts with her, especially with big post players that other teams have.
And Sabrina, for you, you all have now won 3 in a row, and it just seems like a switch flipped after that Sunday loss against the Storm. I'm just curious, what is it about Sandy's leadership that has helped you all sort of get through the muck of this stretch without JJ, but then also to be able to finish the first half of the season strong?
Her flashy playing style and practice habits were noted as sources of confidence for the team. The coaching staff's belief in her abilities, combined with her own self-confidence and work ethic, created opportunities for standout performances. Her teammates expressed genuine happiness for her success and emphasized their role as supporters of her development. The conversation included recognition of players not participating in all-star activities who were performing at career-best levels. Players like Izzy Harrison, Marine Johans, and Leonie Fiebig were specifically mentioned as examples of individuals reaching new heights during the season.
Season strong.
Well, I mean, there's just this understanding of we got to just find a way and stay together, and we have all we need in the locker room. And, obviously, I think we were losing some of those games ourselves. Like, we were just not coming out with the right energy. We were not playing Liberty basketball. And there was kind of just this realization of if we just kind of settle into doing that, we're in a really good spot. And so obviously Sandy continued to keep us together, which in a time.
The coaching staff encouraged these players to enjoy their break while maintaining their momentum. Fashion and style became a topic when the coach was recognized in Marie Claire magazine as a style MVP. The coach credited their designer for outfit selections and acknowledged encouragement from players to dress up for home games in New York. The players praised the coach's varied style choices and ability to change looks between different types of outfits. Stewart discussed her shooting profile changes this season, noting fewer three-point attempts and more shots near the basket. She explained the team's emphasis on playing to percentages and taking what the defense provides. The adjustment to different shot selections was attributed to preparation and communication with coaching staff about anticipated defensive schemes.
Like that could make or break teams, especially when, we want to go out there and start kind of be at that point how we started the season, which was kind of wheeling and dealing. I felt like everything was so smooth and easy, but you're going to hit adversity at some point in the season, and we hit it really early on. And I think that's obviously going to just continue to help us as we chip away at this season, is we know how to kind of deal with those adverse situations because we just went through it and we're able to weather the storm.
Congrats on the win, guys. Sabrina, Stewart, for both of you.
Ionescu addressed her decision to participate in the three-point contest, explaining that scheduling considerations were the primary factor in her decision. The compressed nature of All-Star Weekend and immediate return to regular season play required careful consideration of time availability. Her goal of beating her previous record was mentioned alongside her desire to simply have fun during the fan-friendly weekend. The atmosphere during the game was noted when discussing opposing fans in attendance. The change from usual hostile reactions was acknowledged, though questions were raised about wearing opposing team gear in New York. The lighter tone suggested good-natured interactions despite team rivalries.
Congrats on the win, guys. Sabrina, Stewart, for both of you, the level of excitement when Marine plays the way she does tonight, both among the crowd and among the players, is palpable. And wondering for each of you, what is it about Marine and the way she plays that gets you guys so excited in those moments?
Yeah, well, for me, we know the work that she puts in to be able to come in. Like it's really hard to come off the bench and be able to just find your rhythm that quick. Just like from a shooter's perspective.
Advice for teammates participating in all-star events was straightforward, with encouragement to go out and win their respective competitions. The skills competition format differences from previous years were noted, along with confidence in teammates' abilities across multiple basketball skills, including passing, dribbling, speed, and shooting. The overall tone of the press conference reflected satisfaction with their performance and optimism heading into the break. The team's ability to finish the first half strongly while dealing with adversity and injuries demonstrated resilience and depth that could serve them well in the season's second half.
Your rhythm that quick, just like from a shooter's perspective, her ability to just stay locked in and engaged, and whenever her number is called, she comes out and she's really aggressive, whether it's with scoring or it's continuing to drive and make the passes that she's able to make. But it gives us a huge lift off the bench. Like there's not many bench players in the league that are able to come out every single night and do what she kind of is able to do on a nightly basis. And so for us, like we continue to pour into her, believe in her, and obviously she believes in herself. Like she puts in the work, and for her to be able to shine like she did tonight, obviously we're all happy.
The players' chemistry and mutual support were evident throughout their responses, showing a cohesive group that has learned to handle challenges together. Their preparation for the All-Star break appeared focused on rest and maintaining momentum for the demanding schedule awaiting their return. The discussion highlighted both individual achievements and team success, emphasizing how personal milestones contributed to collective goals. The balance between recognizing standout performances and maintaining team unity was apparent in how players discussed each other's contributions. The press conference concluded with expressions of support for teammates participating in All-Star Weekend events, demonstrating the team's commitment to celebrating individual success within their collective framework.
How it works, man. If I catch the copyright, I'm going to break it down slowly too, all right? So let's get into it.
There's definitely some jockeying for positioning happening. Oh,
I mean, even the commentator said, "Oh," and was quiet, speechless. It's preposterous, man. Like, what is going on? What kind of basketball are we playing here? And, you know, the refs didn't have.
The recent Indiana Fever versus Connecticut Sun matchup featured multiple concerning incidents that raised serious questions about player safety and officiating standards. The contest escalated beyond typical basketball competition into dangerous territory where physical confrontations overshadowed athletic performance. One particularly egregious incident involved Aaliyah Boston establishing position against Tina Charles in the post. Boston had successfully sealed off her defender, creating an advantageous scoring opportunity that should have resulted in an easy basket for the Fever offense. Clark initially hesitated to deliver the entry pass despite Boston's excellent positioning. The delay allowed the defensive situation to deteriorate as Charles became increasingly frustrated with her disadvantageous position against Boston's superior leverage.
Have it under control in the last one, and we see what happened to Caitlin Clark. Didn't have it under control in this one, and we see once again what happened to Caitlin Clark. Now, yeah, she didn't necessarily get bowled over or anything, you know, crazy like that. But who knows what was going on after seeing this, seeing the other video that I posted. It was like 2 videos of Sophie. It's like, fam, what were y'all doing in this game? Y'all just ignoring all the nonsense, huh? Now, they did call this, but man, what else was going on in this game?
Charles attempted to dislodge Boston by lifting her arm and pushing her away from established position. This illegal maneuver violated fundamental basketball rules regarding post-play and defensive positioning. The action demonstrated clear intent to circumvent proper defensive techniques through inappropriate physical contact. During the struggle for position, Charles's hand slipped from Boston's arm due to the latter's resistance to the illegal displacement attempt. The resulting momentum carried Charles's hand directly into Boston's face, delivering a forceful slap that clearly warranted official review. Boston absorbed the facial contact and fell to the court surface while Charles stood over her without offering assistance or acknowledgement. The veteran player's reaction showed no remorse or concern for the opponent she had just struck, instead displaying confrontational body language.
What else was going on in this game? And it's just sad to see it, man. It's sad to see that these refs refuse to protect these players. And I'm not speaking just for the Indiana Fever. I'm speaking for all the players. All of them, man. We don't see so many dangerous plays so far. It's ridiculous. All right. And the thing is, we only, 20-something games in, and it's already looking this crazy? Come on, man. Now, I get it, it's half a season for the women, but 20 games.
Charles's failure to check on Boston's well-being after the incident revealed poor sportsmanship and lack of professional courtesy. Standard basketball etiquette requires players to acknowledge unintentional contact and demonstrate concern for opponent safety, particularly after facial strikes. The officials failed to recognize the severity of the contact or initiate appropriate review procedures. Despite clear video evidence showing deliberate arm manipulation followed by facial contact, the referees assessed only a common foul without further examination. Commentators expressed immediate shock at the incident, with broadcast audio capturing their speechless reaction to the obvious flagrant contact. Professional analysts recognized the severity of actions that officials somehow deemed acceptable within normal game parameters.
20 games in, man. 20-plus games in. And we already seeing nonsense like this. We got to get it together, man. Come on, Kathy. Where you at? Where you at, Kathy? You got to get it under control, man. There's no way in the world you are allowing people to do things like this, man. Now, the only way you can get around this is if you roll. Whether you roll around this way or roll around this way, you have to roll around to.
This incident represented one of multiple dangerous plays during the contest that officials failed to address appropriately. The pattern of ignored violations created an atmosphere where player safety became secondary to maintaining game flow. Charles's extensive professional experience makes her actions particularly inexcusable. Veteran players understand proper positioning techniques and legal defensive methods, making her illegal arm manipulation a deliberate violation rather than inexperienced mistake. The sequence clearly constituted flagrant foul territory based on contact type and intent. Lifting an opponent's arm followed by facial contact meets established criteria for enhanced penalties, yet officials
roll around to get the seal off, right? You cannot lift somebody's arm Like, what is this? I don't care if you're mad about the strength. Aaliyah Boston putting that grown woman's strength on you. I don't care if you're mad about that strength. You cannot lift this woman's arm up and push her out of the way. You can't do this. I know you're fighting for position, but fam, you cannot do this. And then her hand slides off her arm because
Post-game interaction between Charles and Boston showed the veteran offering basketball advice about offensive positioning. While this demonstrated improved sportsmanship, it raised questions about why Charles would attempt illegal defensive tactics against a player she apparently respected. Charles's contradictory behavior suggested awareness that her defensive actions were inappropriate. Offering constructive advice after attempting illegal displacement tactics indicated recognition of proper basketball conduct that she had violated during competition.
Fam, you cannot do this. And then her hand slides off her arm because, of course, Aaliyah Boston is fighting against her, right? Slips off, boom, slaps her dead in the face right there. Slaps her dead in the face. Look, and there's no remorse. No, hey, you okay? Oh, my bad. She's kind of standing over. Look, just kind of standing over, not reaching for her, touch her shoulder, let her know, hey, my bad, I didn't mean to do that. I was just trying to fight for position, right? Show that you didn't have any malice behind that action right there.
Fan reaction emphasized widespread frustration with officiating inconsistency and failure to protect players. Social media commentary highlighted the disconnect between league statements about player safety and actual enforcement during games. Critics noted the absence of team enforcers willing to respond to dangerous play against their teammates. Modern basketball culture has moved away from retaliatory measures, leaving player protection entirely dependent on official intervention.
You didn't have any malice behind that action right there. But you were so upset that you were getting sealed off with some grown woman strength that you slapped this woman and just had to stand over because you're so mad. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know how this play doesn't get reviewed, man. Like, that is a pure flagrant foul. All right? Honestly. That is a pure flagrant foul, man. Slap in the face, knowing dang well.
The incident occurred during a period when increased viewership has placed greater scrutiny on league operations. Enhanced media attention makes officiating failures more visible and creates pressure for improved standards. Multiple observers compared current officiating standards to historical periods known for excessive physicality. The comparison suggested systematic problems requiring comprehensive reform rather than minor adjustments to current practices.
Flagrant foul, man. Slap in the face, knowing dang well she can't push this woman's arm off of her like this. She can't push that woman arm. Come on now, stop it. And then you slapped her in the face trying to do so. Slapped her in the face. Like, things happen in basketball, right? Things happen in sports. But my goodness, man. If you know, and you're a veteran, a super veteran, so you know better. You know better. And you turn around and slap this woman in the face like that. It's ridiculous.
Connecticut Sun's disappointing season record may have contributed to frustrated play that prioritized physical intimidation over proper basketball execution. Teams without playoff aspirations sometimes resort to aggressive tactics that endanger opponents. League officials face mounting pressure to address dangerous play before serious injuries occur. The accumulation of ignored violations creates liability concerns and threatens the professional image of women's basketball.